All right. Are you guys ready for the shortest, sweetest Ask Allison ever? It is simply, I've been doing everything right, but nothing's working. Do you feel that? Oof. First, before I hop into that, I want to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring Ask Allison, the number one rated electronic health record system available today. With live telephone support 7 days a week, it is clear why Therapy Notes is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot and has a 5-star rating on Google. Therapy Notes makes billing, scheduling, note taking, and telehealth incredibly easy. And now, for all you prescribers out there, they also have e-prescribe. So if you're coming from another EHR, Therapy Notes makes the transition incredibly easy. They import your demographic data free of charge so you can get going right away. Find out what more than 100,000 mental health professionals already know. Use promo code ABUNDANT at therapynotes.com for 2 free months. So let's talk about where new businesses get stuck. There is a theme that I see in folks who get stuck on the struggle side of their business. It is wholeheartedly a mindset struggle. It's this space of desperation, fear, resignation, helplessness, and scarcity. And it usually starts in one of three ways. Number one, the clinician has a great marketing plan, but they don't have realistic expectations about how quickly they would build. Number two, the clinician brought clients over from another practice, but didn't learn how to bring in new clients. Or number three, the clinician had a dip and instead of seeing it as a momentary situation, freaked out and created a self-fulfilling prophecy. So let's go by these one by one and figure out how to end this cycle. So unrealistic expectations. It is unlikely that you will fill a full-time cash pay practice in a matter of weeks. It may be possible with an insurance-based practice, depending on many, many factors, but either way, you'll likely want to be full before you're full. So even if you do all the right things, remember that you are planting a lot of seeds. That networking coffee last Tuesday may not yield a referral for 3 months. The talk you gave may yield 1 or 2 the same week and then several more over time. That SEO takes a minute to build, and being on page 1 of Google means people can find you easier. It doesn't necessarily mean they're more likely to call you. No one can tell you how quickly you'll build. Do not trust any consultant, colleague, or friend who gives you a guarantee on that. Think about it like a home renovation. Build in a contingency budget. That could mean more savings than you think you need, or it could mean a part-time job. This is a really crucial part of starting out. Being realistic about the practical sides of things like finances can help you see the bigger picture. Picking up a part-time job or filling in as a per diem counselor doesn't mean you're not putting your practice building first. It becomes a means to an end. The second one is starting full. It is an incredible gift to be able to start a private practice with clients from a previous job. And it may sound crazy, but in some ways it really works to your detriment. When you don't have many clients, you have the time and energy to build your practice's infrastructure, from your paperwork to your marketing plan. I've worked with a number of people who had the gift of nearly full practices who forgot that they were so good at their job and that they would be graduating many of their clients from therapy. They didn't have a marketing plan. They had to slap together their paperwork because they didn't have time to optimize it and make it efficient. Then as clients graduated, they needed help to set up their marketing to get referrals. They'd grown accustomed to their new income, and it sucks to take a big cut and have no idea how to get clients in the door. Other potential downside of starting full or fullish is that they may not be within your niche or fit within the ideal client that you want for your private practice. You may not have time to even figure out what you want your practice to look like. You may have stepped into agency 2.0 with more responsibility to go with that increased income. So if you were blessed with a ton of clients immediately, build in at least 1 to 2 hours per week to learn how to market. Take a weekend day before you open and get your paperwork in order or buy a paperwork packet. Don't be a slacker with this paperwork stuff. It's the front line to CYA. Take some time to get clear about what you want for your practice. It might not be the high acuity you've been working with at an agency. It might not be the times or the days your current clients can come. I want you to work when you want to work, right? Not just when you think clients can come. This is your business, and I want you to build what you want. All right, let's talk about these dips that happen. There are some natural dips in the first few years of private practice. Summer and December these times can be really rough. They are expensive times, vacations, holidays. And it's easy to assume that your business is tanking if you get caught in an anxiety spiral. When we lived in Seattle, we would take the last 2 weeks of December off so we could visit our family in the Southeast. I didn't notice the dip quite as much then because I'd be gone anyway. And when we moved to the Southeast, I wanted to be available during the hard time for my clients, and it was crickets. So it can depend on your client population too. As an eating disorder specialist, I have never had a hard time staying full in the summers when body shame tends to be peaking. However, the diet mentality of I'll start on Monday that's ingrained in many of my clients leads them to the magic and wonder of January 1st. So December slows down for all my intakes. And the people pleasing nature of my clients means that they're often out of town visiting family a lot in December, despite not always wanting to. We work on that. Don't worry. If you work with adult children of alcoholics, for instance, you may see an uptick in sessions and in intakes in December as the family of origin stuff rolls to a boil. Summer may be your dip period. The point is, you should expect dips in your first 1 to 2 years. They may even out for you. They may not. You're not doing anything wrong if your numbers slump at different periods. It doesn't mean that they're going to stay down. Plan your finances accordingly. Maybe you put a little into savings 9 months out of the year to accommodate the summer lull. The fear is less likely to grip you so hard if you can still pay your bills no problem. Ultimately, it's about putting one foot in front of the other and continuing with marketing best practices. Sometimes people say they're doing everything right, but they're doing one of the marketing strategies they chose kind of willy-nilly. They aren't using best practices, including frequency and consistency necessary for a strategy to gain traction. The free worksheet this week helps you lay out and plan your marketing strategies. I'm going to link to that for you. So it sounds like you need clear feedback about what you need to tweak. Party Plus offers individual and group Q&A that I think you'll find illuminating and relieving. So hit the link in our bio to check out Party Plus. It's a cohort of doers. I'm really protective of that vibe. So I require an interview to make sure you're a good fit for the program and the program's a good fit for you. But I think for this person and probably for many of you listening, if you need individual support and you want a group cohort as well, plus some on-demand learning, Party Plus is a great option. All right. I will see you guys next week. Take care.